Have you ever wondered where the concept of philosophy originated? In the distant past, amidst the cradle of civilization, a new dawn of thought was breaking. It was ancient Greece, a time and place that saw the birth of philosophy. This was not the philosophy we know today, confined to university halls and dusty books. No, this was a vibrant, living philosophy, a constant quest for understanding the world around us and our place within it. Among the earliest philosophers were Thales, Anaximander, and Heraclitus, names that echo through the ages, their ideas still reverberating in our minds today. Thales, often considered the first philosopher, sought to explain the natural world not as the whims of the gods, but as phenomena with natural explanations. He proposed that water was the essential substance of all things, a radical thought in its time. Anaximander, a student of Thales, took this philosophical torch and ran with it. He proposed the concept of the apeiron, an infinite, boundless substance from which all things arise and to which they return. He also made significant contributions to geography and biology, pushing the boundaries of human understanding. Then there was Heraclitus, the obscure philosopher, famous for his doctrine of change as the fundamental essence of the universe. "No man ever steps in the same river twice," he said, "for it's not the same river and he's not the same man." These philosophers sought to answer profound questions about the nature of the universe and our existence. What are we made of? How does the world work? What is our place in it? They were not just thinkers, but seekers, looking for answers in a world full of mysteries. Their inquiries were not limited to the physical world. They delved into the realm of ethics, pondering questions of right and wrong, good and evil. They questioned the nature of knowledge itself, sparking debates that continue to this day. As the first thinkers of their kind, these philosophers paved the way for a new era of intellectual exploration. They ignited a flame of curiosity that continues to burn brightly, illuminating our path as we journey through the landscape of thought. As the centuries progressed, so did the complexity and depth of philosophical thought. This was most evident during the Golden Age of Greece, a period marked by a profound intellectual awakening that forever altered the course of human thought. During this period, three philosophers stood at the forefront, their ideas forming the bedrock of Western philosophy. These were Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. Each brought something unique to the philosophical table, their teachings still echoing through the corridors of time. Socrates, the enigmatic figure, was less a man of words and more a man of action. He believed that the key to understanding the world lay in unending inquiry. His method, known as the Socratic method, involved relentless questioning until undeniable truths were revealed. Socrates taught us to question everything, to seek knowledge and truth relentlessly. Next came Plato, Socrates' most famous student. Plato took the Socratic method and ran with it, developing the theory of forms. Plato proposed that the world we perceive is merely a shadow of the real world, a world of perfect, unchanging forms. His philosophy encouraged us to look beyond our immediate reality, to seek the underlying truths that exist beyond our physical senses. Last, but certainly not least, we have Aristotle, the student of Plato. Aristotle was a man of science, merging philosophy with the natural world. He believed that reality could be understood through observation and logical reasoning. His work in metaphysics, ethics, and natural science laid the groundwork for much of Western scientific and philosophical thought. The Golden Age of Greek philosophy was a time of incredible intellectual growth. The teachings and ideas of Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle not only shaped the philosophical landscape of their time, but they also set the foundation for the development of Western philosophical thought. These philosophers have left an indelible mark on history, their teachings still studied and revered to this day. Their enduring legacy serves as a testament to the power of the human mind and its unending quest for knowledge and understanding. But what happened after the Golden Age, when the great minds like Aristotle passed on? Well, the flame of intellectual pursuit didn't flicker out. Instead, it ignited a new era known as the Hellenistic period of Greek philosophy, characterized by a range of diverse and fascinating schools of thought. One of these was Stoicism, founded by Zeno of Citium. Stoicism preached the pursuit of virtue above all else, advocating for a life lived in accordance with nature and reason. It encouraged individuals to maintain an unwavering serenity, irrespective of the external circumstances, a philosophy reflected in the Stoic quote, "Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them." In contrast, we had Epicureanism, championed by the philosopher Epicurus. This school of thought placed pleasure at the heart of a fulfilling life, but not in the hedonistic sense you might imagine. Epicurus defined pleasure as the absence of pain and advocated for a life of tranquility and freedom from fear, not a life of indulgence. He is often quoted saying, "Not what we have, but what we enjoy constitutes our abundance." Then there was skepticism, a school of thought that urged individuals to suspend judgment and question everything. Skeptics believed that knowledge was uncertain and one should refrain from making definitive claims about reality. They championed inquiry and doubt as tools to avoid dogmatism and error. These schools of thought, and the philosophers who led them, brought about a new perspective on life and the universe. They challenged the established ideas of their predecessors and redefined what it meant to live a good life. They asked questions about nature, reality, and human existence, some of which we are still grappling with today. In the grand tapestry of Greek philosophy, the Hellenistic period represents a vibrant and thought-provoking chapter. It is a testament to the enduring power of ideas and the relentless human quest for understanding. These schools of thought brought about a new perspective on life and the universe, challenging the established ideas of their predecessors. So how does the philosophy of a civilization that existed over 2 millennia ago impact us today? You might be surprised to know that the echoes of Greek philosophy can be heard loud and clear in our modern world. When we speak of democracy, we are conjuring the spirit of ancient Athens. The idea of citizens having a say in the rule of their city-state, a concept born out of the minds of Greek thinkers, is the bedrock of modern democratic societies. Today, the right to vote, the freedom of speech, the belief in equality, all these ideals that we hold dear can be traced back to the Greek agora, where free men gathered to discuss matters of state. Logic and reasoning, as we know it today, also have their roots in Greek philosophy. The Socratic method, a form of argumentative dialogue to stimulate critical thinking, is widely used in classrooms and courtrooms. Aristotle's syllogism, a kind of logical argument that applies deductive reasoning to arrive at a conclusion, is foundational to the scientific method. And then we have the realm of ethics. Greek philosophers deeply pondered on what it means to live a good life. Their teachings on virtues, morality, and the pursuit of happiness are still relevant today. From Aristotle's belief in eudaimonia, translated as flourishing or fulfillment, to Epicurus's pursuit of pleasure and avoidance of pain, we find these ideas echoed in modern psychological theories and self-help books. We've also seen the influence of Greek philosophy in our language. Words like philosophy, politics, ethics, rhetoric, and logic are all derived from Greek. They are the linguistic remnants of a time when thinkers like Plato and Socrates roamed the streets of Athens, engaging in profound discussions about life, the universe, and everything in between. Greek philosophy, despite its age, continues to shape and influence the way we perceive the world. The ideas and principles it introduced are not just historical artifacts to be studied in textbooks, but living, breathing aspects of our everyday lives. They are the invisible threads that connect us to those ancient thinkers, reminding us of our shared human quest for understanding and meaning. In the end, what can we take away from Greek philosophy? As we journey back through the corridors of time, we find ourselves walking the streets of ancient Athens, listening to the debates of great minds like Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle. We have delved into the Golden Age, witnessed the birth of Hellenistic philosophy, and seen the enduring legacy of these intellectual giants. The key points we've discussed are not just historical trivia, rather they are stepping stones guiding us to a deeper understanding of the world and our place within it. The questions they asked, the answers they proposed, the debates they engaged in, these are not confined to the dust-covered pages of a forgotten book. They are alive and well, echoing through the halls of academia and permeating the fabric of our everyday lives. Think about it, Socrates' relentless questioning of truth and knowledge, his commitment to the examined life is present every time we challenge the status quo, every time we refuse to accept things at face value. Plato's ideal forms, his belief in a world beyond the physical, can be seen in our quest for perfection, our yearning for something more. And Aristotle, with his empirical approach and his emphasis on virtue, resonates in our scientific explorations and our moral dilemmas. Their ideas, their questions, their debates have shaped our understanding of reality, of morality, of knowledge. They have laid the foundations for Western thought, influencing everything from science to politics, from art to religion. And they continue to inspire us, to provoke us, to challenge us. So, what can we take away from Greek philosophy? Perhaps it is this, that we are part of a long and rich tradition of inquiry, of questioning, of seeking truth. That the questions they asked are our questions, the challenges they faced are our challenges. And as we continue to grapple with these age-old questions, we carry on the tradition of philosophical inquiry started by the Greeks thousands of years ago.